Alright, funny story. Well, not necessarily funny, actually quite annoying, but also good. I spent a few hours this morning on the Sony support trying to figure out like what's wrong with the camera. Do I need to send it off for a repair? Sony advised me, because it's still under warranty, to contact the retailer that I purchased the camera from, contacted them, asked them what procedure I needed to go through. And then I decided to just turn the camera on and see if there's anything I could do, maybe update the firmware, do a factory reset. And yeah, I turned the camera on this morning, and it seems to be working completely normal. Starts recording, lets me record, it's on the correct settings, and it's not like glitching out or anything. My prediction is that on the ride the other day the camera got some water in it and it just needed a few days to dry out. Sick. Does anyone in the southern hemisphere, preferably Australia, have a room to rent that they want to rent out to me for the next 6 months? Winter's definitely coming. Winter is definitely coming, and honestly, I'm not looking forward to it. It's one of those days today where I've done 20 odd minutes and I just stopped to recalibrate my power meter because I thought it was reading a bit low. Turns out my legs are just shit. Oh, so it isn't actually that cold. I mean, I was moaning before, but once I started riding, it's not actually that bad. I'm just gonna do like a steady 2-hour loop today. No efforts or anything. I'm just gonna take a few easy days now. Like we're approaching the end of the season. I've not got a lot of UK races left now. I think I've got like one, maybe two. All of the national series has ended, so it's just like a couple of local races, like national B races. But we're also gonna go to Belgium and do a couple of weeks in Belgium. So that's gonna be a full gas, like 2 weeks of hard, 2 weeks of racing every day or every other day or whatever. I'm gonna make the most of this week right now and take the opportunity to just ride a little bit easier. I've also got a sore back today, and having a sore back whilst you're riding is literally the worst pain or the worst thing ever. I just can't get comfortable today. Anyway, at least it's not raining. Look at this, the sun's even coming out now. Today just keeps getting better and better. Yeah, not really worrying or looking at the power today. I'm just riding however hard I feel like riding, because I don't feel too good, so I know if I start looking at the power, I just get frustrated with myself. But look at that, you can even see a shadow. So my friend Rick that I talked about in the video about 2 weeks ago, I think it was now, maybe even 3 weeks ago as well, like maybe even 3 weeks. My friend that passed away whilst riding in Andorra, cycling, and like it's cool to see on a lot of like the popular cycling roads around my area. It's got like his little saying, his hashtag pedal dead hard or hashtag PDH just chalked into the road, and it's just everywhere. It's so cool to see. Like cycling gets such a bad rap from the general public, from car drivers, from people outside the sport, but like the cycling community, like internally, it's just f***ing cool. It's so awesome. So I went out on my bike today with this Garmin, not a Garmin, this original Wahoo Element, which I have owned for about a year now, and that was also probably the last time that I used it. When I got it, I used it for a month or two, and I didn't really give it the chance. I didn't really understand how to use it, and instead of learning, I just reverted back to my Garmin. Long story short, I got another Garmin, it broke, and then Wahoo very kindly sent me the Element Bolt, the smaller version of the original Element, and I've been using this now for about 10 months, I think, and now I know how to use these computers. I absolutely love it. But I found this one in my drawer this morning, and I figured that I wanted to try it. I wanted to just compare it. Now I know how to use the devices. I wanted to just compare it to like whether I preferred it or not to a smaller screen, because in terms of the user interface, the Element and the Element Bolt are very, very similar. There's a couple of differences, or there's a couple of different features on the Element Bolt. I'm not sure of what they are off the top of my head. I'm sure Google has that answer. But for the most part, they're very, very similar. I used the roots function this morning just to see how it looks on a bigger screen. And I thought that before I would go training, I would prefer the bigger Element, just because the numbers are bigger, the map's bigger, it's easier to read or whatever. But after doing a 2-hour ride, I can honestly say that I prefer the smaller screen of the Element Bolt. Now, even though the numbers, the map, everything's just condensed on this device, I can still quite easily see it, and like if I want to, I can just zoom in and make certain data fields bigger as and how I wish to. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just more of like a compact, sort of streamlined, smaller unit. Maybe that's what I prefer. Aesthetically, I think it looks a lot nicer. So I'm gonna stick with the Element Bolt. I mean, I don't know what to do with this device. Perhaps I can do a giveaway. Leave a like on this video and comment down below if you want me to do a giveaway of this hardly used Wahoo Element. I think it's about time that I went to the shop and I bought a new charging cable for my GoPro Hero Session 5. I've raced a lot this year, and I've missed out on a lot of content because I've lost my charger for my GoPro. So yeah, she nearly just walked out in front of me. I think it's about time right now that I went to the shop and I try and find a new one. Don't entirely know where I'm going to get one of these chargers from. I guess Jessup's camera store. I know they sell GoPros, so I think that's going to be a pretty good place to start. Yeah, but no chargers.
No chargers, I'm afraid.
Alright, not to worry.
Alright.
Cheers! Alright, I tried two different camera shops, and both of them stocked GoPros, but neither of them sold USB cables, which seems a little bizarre. And I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna go home and probably order a cable off Amazon Prime, because I know it'll be here tomorrow morning. You try and come to shops and like spend money in shops rather than ordering stuff online, and I always find that they never stock the things that you actually need. But yeah, nothing like a wasted trip to Preston. Did buy some clothes though. Alright, so whilst we were in Preston, I decided to stay in Preston and go to the View Cinema. I'm meeting Mike and Brian here. We're going to watch a film. But when I parked here, I quickly got a notification and it reminded me to mention something in the videos. And it's a question, and it's a Twitter notification of someone asking me, did I just spot you on the Zwift TV advert following the ITV4 Vuelta coverage? And the answer to that is yes. That is me. That is me on the Zwift ad on the Vuelta. I believe it's on both Eurosport and ITV. So yeah, I'm super stoked to make my first ever Grand Tour appearance.